Yeah, awesome. Here we are back on March 4th. This is day number 4. Christina, welcome. How are you today?
Doing well. Excited for day 4.
Day 4. This is our first day chatting about Facebook ads. Day number 1. Yesterday we talked about sourcing viral, high passion, high margin products from Etsy vendors. And today we're going to chat about Facebook ads and the importance of using a video ad for setting up your Facebook marketing. And I'm going to share a lot of stuff today. In fact, let me go ahead and open up my screen so that everybody can see what I am talking about.
All right, well, let's dive on in. And just want to say good afternoon, everybody from the East Coast. Take out your pen and paper today because we're going to share what's really important when it comes to Facebook ads.
Yep, we're going to have a good time today. Welcome, everybody. If you're out there, go ahead and say hello. I see Cecile saying hi. I think a couple other folks. I only see on StreamYard, I see Facebook user, so I don't necessarily see your name, but I see someone said hello and then excited here too. So I am excited to get going here today. After yesterday and chatting, how to source the viral products, today and Facebook ads is definitely something I'm excited to be chatting about. So welcome one, welcome all out in Facebook land, Facebook group, and YouTube land. If you are out there, go ahead and say hi. As you can see here, sharing my screen, let me know you can see it. You should be able to see it. It looks like it's sharing from my end. Just kind of, go ahead, Christina.
Just want to give a shout out. Hey, Steve. Hey, Michael. Hey, Trin. Excited you're here. See you chimed in.
Yes, excited you are all here, and thank you. Yeah, if you see anybody chime in and I'm rambling on, Christina, go ahead and just jump in and welcome them in.
You got it.
Cool. So I'll do a quick recap of what we've already covered. The videos that we've gone through, day 1, day 2, day 3, are all in the group. So if you haven't watched those videos just yet, I encourage you to go back and do so. Each video, what we aim to deliver is a little mini transformation along a much larger and broader transformation. And I'll just open this up here. Each piece that we're training out of, day 1, day 2, day 3, and moving forward, all are elements out of our 3-step system to go from overwhelmed and uncertain to $10,000 per month and thriving. This is our $10,000 per month profit Shopify store roadmap to success. And you can read up here, 10K per profit in 90 days without selling the same thing as everyone else. That is our goal. So everything that we're training here this week and in this group comes out of our map and out of our system. So we have an overarching transformation we want to deliver in our system, obviously to 10K per month in profit, but each little step has its own little transformation. And so day 1, we chatted about getting clear and finding our bigger why and aligning ourselves with a product and with a passion that speaks to our inner core so that we wake up energized and fired up to actually sell a product and grow a business that we're proud of. Day 2, we chatted about store readiness and getting our store to a point where when a customer lands on that store, they feel trusted, or they have that element of trust and all of the elements of social proof that will ensure that a customer does not say no and doesn't bounce off your store. Yesterday, we chatted about kind of the pillar of our whole program, which is finding your Michael Jordan product. And here yesterday we were in stage 2 in curation with viral product curation, and how we go about doing that by finding those products on Etsy and then opening up a conversation with an Etsy vendor in order to strike that conversation to get to open the doors to drop shipping that product. And so we stepped into vendor engagement a little bit. And then also at the end of yesterday's video, I revealed moving into the product launch step, how we are developing an application within Shopify to actually import an Etsy product right into our Shopify store that we are developing right now and coding for, that all of our mastery program students will have access to. So it'll take away all of the extra effort and labor to create that product on your Shopify store. So moving forward, and where are we today? Because we're chatting Facebook ads. Day one, we are now down here in the saturation phase where, if we have all of our elements in place and we have our product and we're ready for product launch, now we are on to saturation. How do we get that product out into the marketplace with highly effective converting advertising? Advertising that converts. And so this is the step we're at today. High ROAS. If you're unfamiliar what ROAS is, that is return on ad spend. So we are here at step 3 or stage 3, step 1. And that's where we live within our signature solution.
We want you to get conversions.
We want you to get conversions. That's exactly right. So that being said, today we're going to cover why Facebook ads, why listen to us, who are these guys, what is their background, and then kind of go through these bullet points here. Shouting to a room, Facebook is a party, just something to think about. I'll cover that. Chat about growing your audiences, just how to think conceptually about how you are growing your audiences and who you are marketing to at specific times. Why a video ad, and then we're going to go into video ads. We're actually going to look at a winning video ad. And we're going to look at the elements of a winning e-commerce video ad. And we're going to, this is from yesterday. Hey, now. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a video ad using a piece of software and some digital assets from the Etsy supplier. So I just want you all to know, don't be overwhelmed with creating these video ads. It's not as hard as you may think that it is. It's actually much more simple than you may realize. So once you kind of understand the fundamentals, the elements that go into, the structure that goes into a video ad, then it's just a matter of putting those puzzle pieces together using a little bit of software I'm going to share with you to construct that video ad. And then we can broadcast it out to the world, begin creating our audiences, creating conversions, and selling our Michael Jordan product.
Yes. And, hello, Andre. We're glad you made it.
Yes. Welcome, Andre. And Andre, I'm going to send you a link to book another appointment here. Hopefully, we can get you back on the books and get chatting away on a Zoom call. So all that being said, let's start right up here. Why Facebook ads and why listen to us? You may have seen in the group video 1, there was a watch this video first. I think I briefly touched on this in the video and who we are. We are actually Dominate Web Media certified partners, and who that is Keith Krantz. He is the author of The Ultimate Guide to Facebook Advertising. They've spent over $300 million in ad spend. We are certified partners with them, go through their training. I'm in there. We're in their inner circle, more or less, always learning what they're doing, and then translating that into our business and translating that into our clients. And so what I'm going to do is translate everything that we learn and translate it into your business. So very important, the foundation upon our training and how we aim to impart it onto you. And just so you have a little bit of background on some of the names that have been their clients, I'll kind of scroll down here. A few of their clients, you may have seen the names: Ryan Dice, owner, CEO, digital marketer; Amy Porterfield; Organifi, a huge e-commerce company, kind of the gold standard out in the supplement world; Teachable, Frank Kern, Eben Pagan, Garrett White. These are some of the clients that Dominate Web Media and Keith Krantz has run ads for, and this is the sort of training and sort of systems and structures that we will be sharing with you. So anybody that comes into our mastery program, today we only have so much time, and tomorrow we only have so much time to go over the fundamentals of Facebook ads and Facebook ads 2 tomorrow. But our mastery students are going to come in, and we are going to go soup to nuts on all of the systems and all of the intricacies of how to squeeze the juice out of the lemon that is Facebook ads. and then also branching out into YouTube and Google and becoming omnipresent in our marketing with our product. So that being said, just so you know who we are, where we come from, how we train, and what we expect to deliver to our mastery students, and just so you know you are in a good place when you are learning Facebook ads from us. So let's come back over here. Why Facebook ads? Why listen to us? We just chatted about that. Shouting in a room. Facebook is a party. This is a concept I just wanted to go over really quickly, because you see so many ads in your news feed. You see ads all over the place, and a lot of them, you become a billboard blind. Let's say you're driving down the freeway and you don't even realize you've passed 20 billboards because you become blind to all the marketing around you. And one way that, an unfortunate way, that many marketers approach Facebook ads is to shout into a room. So knowing that we need to stop people from scrolling and get them to pay attention to our ad, they will call out an avatar and call out a name. Stop here. This is the biggest special, mattresses on sale this Sunday, monster truck rally, think of an ad like that that's really shouting at you. And ultimately, that is not the way to advertise on Facebook. You need to think about Facebook more as a party that you show up to. And at a party, you don't begin shouting out into a room to come pay attention to me, come pay attention to me. You gently kind of introduce yourself in a specific manner to people that warm up to you, right? And so that is our marketing. We need to think of it in those terms, that we're not out there shouting away and trying to just get people to our product. It's a much more subtle manner of speaking when we enter our advertising into that Facebook party room. So that is a very important concept, because you see so many, you'll see like emojis of stop sign, stop sign, stop sign. That's not going to work. It might work for a short period of time, but what winds up happening with that ad, people click, hide this ad, don't want to see this ad, negative comments, I'm done, and Facebook will ultimately decrease the engagement of that ad. And you'll wind up paying more per click, you wind up paying more per conversion, and all sorts of things that negative about your ads. I won't go down that rabbit hole. I just want to give that concept to you. And then ultimately what we are trying to do is grow audiences. We're growing our audiences on Facebook. And what I mean by that is there are different people that are going to engage with your ad. They're going to engage with your page. They're going to engage with your product and engage with your video. And each engagement is an opportunity for us to grow or to create an audience, more or less, within Facebook. I got a car alarm going off over there, and then the phone went off over here. But each one of those engagements is an opportunity to grow an audience that we can then speak to and continue to introduce our product to. So very important to think in terms of audiences and engagement. So when people engage with us, that's a specific action they've taken online. That is a specific audience or a bucket of people that we can speak to specifically.
Yes, and just to build on that, just the strategy of growing audiences, you're actually going to save more money long term because you're not spending as much to remarket to some of those people. Okay, so we have a long-term strategy for success for you here.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. When you're growing your audiences, they become unaware of who you are or what you are, and you begin to warm them up, and they begin to know, like, and trust you over the long term, so that ultimately they're going to buy from you not once, but again and again.
You got it. And we have a question that's come up, Aaron, so just let me know when you're ready for any questions.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Question from Andre. Where can he find some of the templates from yesterday?
Good call. I will be posting them after this video today. So they will be in the group there today. Everything from today and yesterday will be in the group today. And in fact, what I'm going to do, I was noodling this over last night, was rather than have multiple documents, is I'm going to have one main document that will have links out. So it'll be a Google document that then you can make a copy of. And I'll have links out to all of the content that we're sharing throughout the week. That way you don't have to go to more than one location for all the content that we have. So keep your eyes open for a Google Doc link that then contains everything that we have that we're sharing this week.
Right, and just a reminder, when we do share that Google link, you make a copy for yourself before you do any editing.
Yes, exactly. And I'll make a note of that in the Google document as well. Good point there, because it will be your Google document that you own. All right, so let's move on to why a video ad and the importance of a video ad. A video ad, and the reason we start with a video ad is there's so many benefits, and it all ties back into growing audiences and conveying our story, conveying the elements that someone needs in order to feel, know, like, and trust for your product. And so when we create our video ad, and I'm going to hop over here into the elements of a video ad in just a moment, and then we'll watch a winning video ad. But a video ad allows us to tell that story, to engage and create audiences, because what happens is people view portions of that ad. We can create audiences based off of their engagement with that ad, and they begin to warm up to us a lot faster than just an image. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, and all of this will kind of come to play and start to make sense over time. So let's look right now at elements of a winning e-commerce video ad. Let me come up here. So elements of a successful product video ad. This document, of course, will be shared in that master document that I was just referring to. And I always think about, in your mind, what is a customer or viewer thinking? What are they considering when they're scrolling through their phone first? So how do we stop the scroll? And then what are they thinking when they're actually watching our video? What are the things that the check boxes that we need to hit, the tick marks in their mind to go, hey, this ticks all the right boxes. I like it. I know it. I trust it. I'm going to click shop now, and I'm going to go check out the product page. Because ultimately the end goal is to get them to click shop now. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these bullet points here, because you will have access to this document, but just kind of go over the highlights here as far as, does the video show that the product is built with quality? Does it meet a quality standard? And then this document shows, how do we solve that issue in the video? Is it worth the cost? What's the value that it's bringing? And then how do we solve whether it's worth that cost? Are there trust elements? How do I trust this company? Is this in the video? Years in business, X amount of happy customers, owned by a mother, USA handmade, some of those checklists within our 15-point checklist. Element of gifting, will this make the recipient happy? Actually showing it being gifted, and when I share a winning e-commerce product ad here in a moment, you're going to see how this comes into play. How quickly can I get it? Where can I get it? That's your call to action. And then, of course, stop the scroll by getting their attention. I want to hammer on this, the importance of story, and story adding value, trust, quality, and giftability all in one. And I want you to think not only in video ads, but in any of your marketing, think of, how can I tie a story into each and every one of our pieces? Because telling a story allows the customer to kind of get into the shoes and imagine themselves within, whether it's purchasing the product or giving the product or receiving the product, and really ties an emotional tie. Looks like a question from Andre came in. Do you prefer to sell handmade gifts? Yes, 100%, Andre. I'm not sure if you have our 15-point checklist. If not, I will get that to you. It is our PDF of the system that we go through in order to determine or make sure that the product that we're sourcing has all the elements of being a hot, potentially viral product. And so, yes, being handmade, personalized, engraved is within our 15-point checklist. Yes, absolutely.
And to carry over just a little bit on that handmade, sometimes videos that are just done with your smartphone are way more effective than a fully produced, expensive production. So just want to give you that little tidbit too, just thinking of that as we talk about, making a video that it's possible to do from your smartphone.
Yeah. You couldn't have said it better there, Christina. That's absolutely right. People, initially I thought that, I need to get a video ad. I have to have all of this equipment. I got to get a microphone and the lighting, and I got to learn how to do videography and editing and all these sorts of things. And it's not as difficult as your brain would have you believe. So don't get in your own way, as I tend to get in my own all the time.
And editing can do miracles. Doesn't matter if you take 100 takes, 200 takes. You just edit it. You bring it together.
That's right. Has anybody here created a video ad? Anybody out there? Drop us a comment if you created a video ad, if you've seen success with a video ad, whether it's for a product or whether it's for something else in your digital marketing. Let us know if you have created any video whatsoever. I'd like to hear anybody's experience out there. So let's move forward and let's watch a winning e-commerce video that has these elements that are tied into the video, and you'll see how it works. So I'm going to come over here to a tool that we use called Power Ad Spy. And what Power Ad Spy allows us to do is to go out and find winning ads in the marketplace. And Tyler says no, but I've been sold on many of them and bought the product. Thumbs up. Very true. Very true. So Power Ad Spy is more or less, we're able to go out and see ads in the marketplace right now. And I'm going to share with you really quickly how I'm able to kind of filter down to ads that have been running and appear to be working, meaning they are creating conversions, high engagement on the ad themselves. They've been running for a while, and so money is being spent on them. That means if money continues to be spent on them, then ultimately we can make the assumption that the vendor is be profitable with the advertising, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
just to share, Michael did chime in. He said he did one, but it didn't do well at all. So it takes practice.
Yeah, it takes a little practice, and it takes kind of knowing that structure and that system of the elements that go into the ad. So hopefully that document for the elements helps you on your next ad that you're creating. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm actually going to share hopefully 2 examples, because I have one I wanted to share and then another one that we've shared last Thursday on our Trending Thursdays, which was a very, very good ad that's been running for a number of years. So this one here, and just so you know how I filtered everything out, Power Ad Spy, what I'm looking at is I'm looking for landing pages that land on Shopify. I'm looking at filters with the call to action of shop now. Here in the United States, that it's a video ad and the position is actually in the news feed, so it's right in the middle of the scroll when someone is scrolling on their phone. That's my son Thomas and Faith right there, just so you know. And then what we're sorting by is likes. I'm looking for a minimum of 1,000 likes on that ad. And then I want to see what's been running longest. And I typed in necklace. So with these criteria, what populated for me, right, the very first one that's been running since July 31st, 2020, last year. And it actually is a product that we kind of looked at yesterday, which is very interesting. So let me just share this one with you real quick. So this is the stylish and personal Your Unique Name necklace with the ad text here is pretty horrendous, but the video itself is pretty good. So let's take a look. I'm gonna come back here. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's in the way. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just play it from right here. Okay. Here we go. So, whoops. All right, so I just want to stop it right there real quick, because a few things have already happened that you may not be aware of that fit within our checklist, our elements, right? One, they're stopping the scroll right out of the gate. Let me just, do you want a gift that will last a lifetime? Okay, so stopping the scroll with the face and the music, and there's movement right out of the gate, and they're asking a question, do you want a gift? So this is already speaking to you if you're looking for a gift, which is great because most people out there are shopping, or there's more gift buyers out there than buyers for themselves. Let's put it that way. So do you want a gift that will last a lifetime? And let me turn this down. Okay, and now she's showing it, kind of showing how it would arrive, right? It arrives in the gift box there, introducing the gold/silver custom name necklace. So it hits our personalized, our custom criteria from our 15-point checklist. Handcrafted and polished, made with stainless steel. So it showed how it's made. It showed the actual process of it being handmade. It's not just coming, being stamped from a big machine off of a factory on a conveyor belt, right? So adding that element of trust and that element of being handmade. It can be your name, your loved one's name, or your friend's name. So they're letting you know the things that you can do to personalize it. Or your parents' name, or words that inspire you. So and then they show the image of believe. So it's not even just a name, a word that inspires you. It won't tarnish or ever change colors. For anybody selling jewelry out there, this is a big one because so many people buy cheap jewelry and it tarnishes and it discolors, especially cheap metal. So you will see in your comments when you actually run an ad and you're doing jewelry, you'll see people ask, will this tarnish or fade? So they're addressing that right here in the video, adding that trust, adding that quality. Great gift. She just gave it as a gift. Just handed it over. There's showing it being gifted. These are great gifts for any occasion. Look at that.
Hey. Look at how excited they are.
Yes, excited. Excited for the recipient and excited for the giver. Big hug. So this product, gifting this product, you're going to be happy. He or she's going to be happy, resulting in a hug. Great gift for any occasion. Unboxing. call to action. So finishes up with a nice unboxing, a reveal, call to action, shop now. So all of the elements of this ad here that we just broke down are components within our elements, the document that everybody will receive today, so that you can recreate this for your video. And I'm going to show you here in just a little bit how to do this with just assets and imagery from the Etsy supplier. Because you might be thinking, well, now I have to shoot a video of that gifting and those sorts of things. No, there's some workarounds for that. So let's take a look. I want to see, if you look here, this video, 44,000 likes, 20,000 comments, 3,200 shares. That is a pretty engaged fan base for that video. And chatting about this video, it's 34 seconds long, 36 seconds, excuse me. And going back to our conversation earlier about creating audiences, not everybody is going to take an action and click shop now and go to the page. But guess what? There's going to be people that watch half of the video. There's going to be people that watch 75% of the video. And there's going to be people that watch almost 100% of that video that don't initially take action to click shop now. And what's really cool is with Facebook, each level of engagement, we can create an audience. Now that they've seen us, now that they've seen our video, we create an audience in Business Manager and Facebook. We have a bucket of people that have now seen 50% of our video. Hey, they're warming up to us. They've seen us. Let's get back in front of them. We have another group of people that have seen 75% of the video. Let's get back in front of them. We have another group of people that have seen 95% of our video. Let's get back in front of them. Continue to get back in front of them until they take the action that we want them to take, which is click shop now. Another item of note here, as far as thinking back in terms of those audiences and buckets of people that we can ultimately get back in front of. I mentioned a moment ago, there's 44,000 likes. There's 20,000 comments. There's 3,200 shares. Each time someone engages with our ad, they may not have clicked shop now, but they've engaged with it, they've seen it. We create another audience within Facebook. We create a group of people that have clicked the like button on our ads. They become a bucket of people that then we can get back in front of with another ad. So very important just to think in these terms of audiences, because when the light bulb clicks for you and you begin to understand the power of Facebook and the power of engagement, when someone engages with your ad and then your product page and how to create these audiences, because ultimately, if we're thinking about the customer journey, we want them to take action. We want them to click shop now. We want them to purchase. But there's all sorts of steps and engagement along the way to create audiences within Facebook. So then we can create ads that speak to those people that help them move down that journey to take action to shop now, buy.
Right, and as maybe just a little exercise to fully understand and comprehend this, if you're on Facebook today or later today, watch an advertiser's video. Watch at least half of it. And as you look later on Facebook, see if they continue to serve ads to you or other videos. And then you know they are utilizing the depth and expertise of using audiences. Okay? If you just watch their video, you don't see them again, they don't really know what they're doing. Okay? So real life example, just I challenge you just to give that just a simple try today. And so you start to see and comprehend what this really means.
Yeah, that's a great exercise, Christina. Good point. Yeah, is that marketer, is that advertiser really using the capabilities of the retargeting at their disposal?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great point. So hopefully everybody could see kind of how the elements of a successful video ad come together in this ad that has been running since July 31st, 2020. And actually, I kind of want to see the landing page on this here. Free shipping, cash on delivery available, 65% off, 50,000 likes.
It also goes to show here they found an ad that works. It continually works. They don't have to change it. They just put more money into their ad spend and grow. They're probably growing multiple audiences, right?
Yeah.
It's a winning ad.
Yep, that's exactly right. They've got a winning ad. Look, here, excellent, 5 out of 5 stars down here in their below creative headline, or their headline. Let me just see the landing page here. The Carrie style necklace. See, there's different fonts that you can choose from. You enter your name, showing the size. Wearing your name is like wearing your whole identity. It makes you feel special. Look at their landing page, how they try and translate the feeling. They're not just giving you the specifics. They're translating the feeling. Makes you feel special. Their video made you feel special. Look, their social proof. Love it. So all of the elements that we've already been chatting about in store readiness, and also congruency with your ad onto your landing page, conveying feeling. Here's that question again. Does your jewelry tarnish, rust, or change color? Big one. And then down here, more social proof through the Looks app on Shopify. Very cool. All right, so that is definitely a winning product, and a winning product that we could find a handmade vendor for on Etsy, and create something very similar to this with its own story through that Etsy supplier. But for the purpose of today's and living in our system, living in our Facebook ads training today, just take note of how this video was structured, because it is a good one. And I want to share another video just like it here. Let me see if I can find the one that we shared last week.
As you're pulling that up, Aaron, I have a couple comments have come in. Andre, like, what do you feel about Fiverr and hiring some video work out?
Gotcha. You know, I think that there's some quality video producers on Fiverr. I haven't worked with one in a while, but I know that they are out there. So that is a good resource. And I know that there are some freelancers on Upwork.com that will also do the same. So there's a couple of good resources there, Fiverr.com and Upwork.com, where there are some e-commerce product ads. I would search in the top bar, e-commerce product videos, and strike up a conversation to see, first see who's out there, look at their reviews, look at what they've produced, and strike up a conversation.
Okay, and a second one. When creating the audiences, should we start right away or wait until we have a certain number of people in each category?
Start creating them right away. What you want to do in your audiences, in your business manager, is set up and create. And tomorrow what I'm going to do is actually share a list of audiences for you to create straight away in your business manager. So if we think of them as being cold, warm, hot, I'll just kind of jump ahead into tomorrow for a moment, but there's a cold audience. Those have never interacted with you or never seen you before. There's warm audiences, those that have engaged with you, liked your post, watched so much video. There's even warmer, those that have landed onto the landing page, taken action. Maybe they've even added to cart, but they didn't purchase. And then there's hot audiences that have purchased, and how we're able to remarket to those. So the important thing is to create the audiences right up front, because Google or Facebook will begin to put people in those buckets for you right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm. And then one last one just came in from Andre. So if you sell someone's product, I think you're asking, do you want to have them approve the ad first?
Not so much necessarily. I've done it both ways, actually. And then that kind of depends on your relationship with the supplier. Obviously you don't want to reflect the product in some sort of negative way or make any false promises. You don't want to say that the shipping time is going to show up in 3 days when the supplier is actually going to, take 7 days to create. So, as long as your ducks are in a row and there's an understanding of fulfillment, deliverability, quality, then it's not absolutely necessary. But at the same time, your relationship with your supplier could be strengthened after you've created an ad. Say, hey, look, this is what we're doing on our end. I wanted to share this with you. This is what we're putting out there. So it could go both ways. And it all depends on your relationship with your supplier. All right, so moving on, I wanted to show one more video ad that checks all the boxes of a successful winning video ad. This was one we actually shared last week on our Trending Product Thursdays that Christina and I do live every single Thursday. If you haven't seen those, you'll start getting notifications of us. We go live every Thursday for trending products, and then Tuesdays we talk about Traffic Tuesdays each week. And last week we shared this product, which is this unique ring from Patrick Adair. And we can see that it has 19,000 likes, 1,100 comments, 2,000 shares. So I just want to share this ring here. And we can see just right out of the gate before I even move into the video, great stop the scroll. His face is back here. We all stop. Faces are a big stop the scroll. What is this video, or what is this ring right up front? It's great. This is in focus. He's out of focus. Right there, it's creating a bit of curiosity. So I'll just stop real quick. The designer transforms unique materials into one-of-a-kind rings. So unique, one-of-a-kind, and then look, these ones glow in the dark. That's pretty cool. So my interest is piqued. All sorts of variants to choose from. If you didn't like the first ring you saw or the second rings that glow in the dark, he's got all sorts of other ones to share with you. Next, we're going to move into the story aspect of this video. Watch this. So we got Patrick's story right there in 2015. This is what he decided to do. And let me just come back here. He created his first ever ring out of pure carbon. It's showing it being handmade, so it's illustrating its handmade nature. And it's sharing Patrick's story of how he created it in 2015. And along the way, he was filming all of his creations. So that is pretty cool. Sharing more story, showing it still being handmade, documenting the amazing materials, highlighting the quality, amazing materials, and beautiful designs, uniqueness, personality. Today he has a following. Here comes the social proof right out of the gate. Social proof. Over 500,000 fans. and more social proof, stacking the social proof. Not only does he have how many hundreds of thousands of YouTube subscribers, but now he's showing images of just snippets of reviews left on his website overlaid onto images of the product. I'm going to share how that can be easily done in the software here in just a second. Patrick Adair, I think I mentioned this last Thursday. I think he got a copy of our 15-point checklist before he created this video. It was one of a kind, custom made, crafted with thought and integrity, handmade in the USA, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Why? Call to action. Get yours. So another video here, great example of the structure and the elements that go into a successful e-commerce product video ad. So that being said, those were the two videos. One was the personalized necklace, and then Patrick Adair Designs right there. Two great ones. This elements of a successful product video ad document I'm going to share into the group here after our video today. And then I want to move on to, now that we've seen the elements of a winning e-com video ad, we've watched a couple winning video ads. How do we craft a video ad from images? Just from images and some footage from our supplier. So, it's great to have from the supplier, and they'll be happy to create some videos for you of them actually making the item in their shop with just their phone. Very simple for them to do that if they don't already have it. Most, if not all, but many of Etsy suppliers already have footage and video of them creating the products that they're making that they will happily share with you. And then, of course, on Etsy itself, they have product images that we can use. And also, we've touched on this in the days leading up to this, is there's social proof embedded, verified, real social proof embedded with their existing customers that have left reviews on their Etsy page. So we saw in that video just a moment ago how they overlaid images of social proof of actual customer testimonials onto the product image. We can do the exact same thing using their existing Etsy reviews imagery overlaid onto their product images to use for our social proof element in our video ad. So that being said, what is the easy to use software and the software that I am most comfortable with using? There's a few different tools out there that you may be already familiar with, but the one that I'm familiar with, and they just make it super duper easy to make videos just like this, is a tool called Animoto. And Animoto, let me come up here. Let me come to what I want to share. Is there's a few videos in here. I want to share some of their templated videos that they have that make it look so easy. So you can just go to animoto.com, ANIMOTO.com, and how to make a video with Animoto. You should see this tutorial, create your own video in 3 easy steps, no video experience necessary. Their software makes it so super simple. Once you collect your video or your assets from your Etsy supplier, your images, your videos of them creating the product, and the story of their creation of that product, so very simple to come into Animoto, upload those images, and create that video, and upload that video as well. So let me just share real quick templates. This is where I wanted to go, the templates. So they have all sorts of templates in here to create. And what I want to do, which template do I like that I typically start with? This one right here, bite-sized product intro. This one is super duper simple. Because look, it starts off right out of the gate. It's capturing your attention. There's movement. There's text overlay. There's product imagery. And then there's an easy call to action. So they more or less give us this wonderful template to start off with, where we can replace the images with the products with the product images from our Etsy supplier. And then we can make it bigger and fulfill all of our elements from our winning video e-commerce ad element sheet over here. So we take the template over on Animoto, and then we take our sheet over here, and then are we ticking all of the boxes just using the digital assets provided to us by our Etsy seller? It's no harder than that. It's very, very simple.
Right. And just remember, the first time you do it, yeah, it may take you longer, but once you do it one time, you'll be super comfortable and you'll be like, okay, now I know what to do. A, B, C, right? And then as you start to get more vendor connections, create more vendor relationships for your dual mission, then it just becomes like clockwork. You're like, oh, I can have this video done in 20 minutes or less.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's once you become, familiarize yourself with it, it becomes super duper simple. It's not as it once was in years past. We have to have all this video editing software and Camtasia and Photoshop and whatever, Adobe Premiere, and you don't need it. You don't need it. You just need some digital imagery, some assets that you get from the Etsy supplier, and software like Animoto that makes it simple like that. Cecile, Andre, first question, what about background music? So yes, on Animoto, they have hundreds of background music tracks that you can easily import and implement. In my testing, I haven't seen necessarily any difference in background. You kind of want to pair the background music to the product itself, to the feel of the product and the pace of the video. But I haven't seen, necessarily, I haven't done extensive testing in background music that has led to any increase in or decrease in conversions, but just a nice pairing of that background music to the product.
And just a note, it's a safe place in Animoto to get the music for your ad. When you start getting into popular music, you get into copyright. Facebook doesn't like it when you use somebody else's copyrighted music. They will yank your ad. So, a little reminder.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Andre, no Doors or Kiss. Yeah, you're not going to want to use any music that has rights to it. Not good. Not good at all. And Animoto, like Christina just mentioned, already has a full library of Creative Commons music that can be used as the background music.
Yeah, and that'll keep you safe.
Yeah, exactly. Cecile, do our stores have one product or multiple products? That's a great question. In fact, I'll put your question up here on the screen. And so what we want to start off with is finding our Michael Jordan product, as we call it, our pillar product, that has the high margins, has high passion, that is able to speak to an audience and become our viral seller, so to speak. That's our main product, our pillar product. But our store will have other products around that product. So yesterday I shared an image of how Apple has the iPhone, but they also have the MacBook Air, the AirPods, the this and that. Another example is Costco. When you build a Costco, there's a whole shopping center around it. There's a mattress store, there's a Subway, there's a Trader Joe's, there's all sorts of different things around that Costco. And you'll see it once you kind of attune your mind to this, that this is what companies do out there in the marketplace. They have their main core product that is that they're able to build their business on, but then they have ancillary products that help to boost the profitability of their main core product. And so your store will have more than one product, but it will have one Michael Jordan product. So, and why we call it the Michael Jordan product, because Michael Jordan, they built a championship team around Michael Jordan. You know, there's only one Jordan, but you have, over the years, there's different players. You have Dennis Rodman, you have, Horace Grant, Steve Kerr, all of these, Scottie Pippen, different role players that then help assemble that team. So great question, Cecile. And let's pull this one up. Is Animoto a free or a paid product? It is a paid product, but it is very reasonable. They might have a free. Let's see if they have a free trial. Let me see here. How did I get back to Animoto? Just the beginning. Let's go to pricing here. Here we go. Okay. So they have a free version here, but it includes Animoto branding. So there you go. Yeah, they have a free version as well. I'd recommend removing the Animoto branding and moving on to their monthly subscription here. Looks like it's $42 a month. And look, you get all sorts, you can add your own logo, your own watermark. You get access to additional commercially licensed photos and videos from Getty Images, high quality 1080p video, 3,000, back to your question, Andre, music. They have 3,000 plus licensed music tracks and additional fonts. So super powerful, very, very easy to use. I just love it because they make creating these videos that, as we saw earlier, that create engagement and create sales. Ultimately, we want to create a video that's going to create engagement and create sales. Animoto allows us to create those videos very simply with the digital assets provided by our Etsy supplier, and then allows us to fulfill all of the elements as a successful product video ad without any of the need for high expensive videography or any expensive software or any expensive knowledge or how to. So highly, highly recommend. So great question there. And if anybody has any more questions about Animoto or creating those videos and how to create those videos using this elements of a successful product video ad checklist, just go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them today. So I wanted to share all of this today, and I didn't want to go deep into business manager and tips and tricks and hacks into Facebook Business Manager ads and all those sorts of things, because when we dial in our product and we dial in the video, getting back into the nuts and bolts of Facebook Business Manager and business ads becomes kind of secondary in a way. Once you're able to speak to someone with a great product and a great video, then just knowing how to put together the actual Facebook business campaign structure and ad sets and audiences, and then creating the ad itself becomes very simple to do. But we need to create the asset first. We need to have the product first. And the asset is our video. And the video helps us to create additional audiences and warm up our audiences so that they eventually purchase from us. And it makes creating our Facebook campaigns just that much easier. And so that's why I wanted to start here today.
Going in these steps will just make it easier for you to keep moving forward. Okay? Because there are some technical steps here, but we're giving you specific steps that are going to help you keep going to complete this process.
Absolutely. And I encourage anyone here, even if you haven't, I assume most of here watching this today, you haven't forged that relationship with an Etsy supplier or anything like that, but you might have your store up and running and you have some other products that you're selling, and maybe you've just been using standard image ads I encourage you to go and play around in Animoto. Take this checklist that we're going to share with you in the group today, and you can create video ads for the products that you're already selling.
And you can do it for free.
Yes,
Do
exactly.
it for free. Do it for free. Practice right now. When you're really ready to launch that ad, then pay for their service so you can take their own branding off.
That's right. Yep, that's exactly right. Cecile, great question. Do you launch the store first with your Michael Jordan item and add others later? So what we would like to do is actually have our Michael Jordan first and also have some complementary products on the store. So we'll source our main Michael Jordan, but also have some complementary products. That way somebody lands on our site, they have more options to see that we have, some things in our catalog, but also we can straight away begin to have cross sells and upsells and other things that we can offer to that customer who buys the Michael Jordan product in our subsequent email marketing and in our subsequent messaging. So hopefully that makes sense. And just as an aside, how do we get those other products? There's a number of ways. Either one, through this Etsy supplier that we've forged a relationship with. They might have some ancillary products that support and tie in. If it's a necklace, they might have a complimentary bracelet. If it's a bracelet, they might have a necklace or a bangle, or a complimentary piece of jewelry that can be cross-sold. Or we can use, in this case, print on demand in order to supplement our one main Michael Jordan product. And then this question, great question here. Would you recommend making 2 videos that are similar and doing an A/B test? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, oftentimes you might find out the video that you thought was going to crush it is not the video that crushes it. It's this other video that you put out there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
question from Michael from Kentucky.
Oh, okay, right on. Good deal. Yeah, on my end, I only see Facebook users. So, Michael, thank you for the question. Yes, and I do recommend having a couple different videos for A/B split testing, 100%. The name of the game in marketing, and let me just hop on a soapbox here real quick, because it's tough. So many people want to come into the game and just have a solution laid out. This is the here's what you need to do, right? And put the blinders on, and this is the exact, this is what I did, this is going to work for you, more or less. Name of the game in marketing is there's all sorts of different, you have to test. Testing is the name of the game. You always have to test, because an audience is going to resonate with a different piece of that video. A different audience is going to resonate with a different piece of that other video. So we have to test in order to find out what's really working for what we're delivering out into the marketplace. It's so ultimately crucial to do that. And people come into, like, a lot of folks come into e-commerce because the messaging out in the marketplace is, come into e-commerce, you're gonna make a whole lot of money and live this 4-hour laptop lifestyle. And we make it look so easy over here that all you have to do is do this and that. But the reality is, behind the scenes, it is simple, but you have to put the testing in to find out what works. And so what we bring to the table is we bring that honesty, in that we show you how to bring that testing to market, so that it does work for you. If that makes sense.
And we have another question that came in from Andre. So who do you like for print-on-demand printing?
There's a few different options out there that I have used, and I'm a big fan of T-Launch. T-Launch is a good one. And Printify is another great one. Those are 2 USA-based businesses that have quick turnaround times, and you can brand your packing slip and do all sorts of things with them. And they have great customer service. There's another one that Christina and I were looking at the other day. I actually forget the name off the top of my head, but they looked like a good one. If it was a good one, I would bring them to the table and recommend them as well. So what's cool about print on demand is that you can bring products to the marketplace with extreme simplicity and ease, and bring products to the marketplace that supplement your Michael Jordan product, that result in cross sells and upsells to an audience that engages with a particular type of product. So going back to yesterday when we were searching, we were looking up some mom jewelry and mom with toddler jewelry. If we're selling the product that we looked up yesterday, mom with toddler, maybe we have some toddler items, or maybe we have some print on demand, other t-shirts that speak to moms, or other maternity things. Maternity, if they're toddlers, that's a little later, but some other things that fit into that space. I use SPOD. Oh, I think that was the one we were looking at the other day, Christina. And I've heard great.
Is it Spreadshirt?
Yes.
Print on demand what are the other? Spreadshirt or Shirt Spread?
Right. Yeah. I think it's Spreadshirt. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I've heard really good things about them, and they look like they have great products and really fast shipping, and all the reviews that I was reading look like they're a good supplier. So I'm interested, and might do some testing with them for sure. So thank you for that share. Is that Michael?
That's Michael.
Cool. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. All right, guys. So I think for today, let me just kind of zoom back out for a moment. We've been going for about an hour and 5 minutes, hour and 6 minutes. I'll just zoom back out kind of what we've covered. And Andre, yes. So they are apps that fit within Shopify as a Shopify app. So in your Shopify backend, when you have your Shopify store, there's a tab called Apps. Within the Apps tab, you can add all sorts of various different softwares. One of them, there's a category for print-on-demand suppliers, and it integrates right in with your store. You more or less create the product through the supplier, and it pushes it automatically to your store for sale. It's incredibly powerful. It is really, really neat. And then once somebody makes a purchase on your store, the purchase actually is automatically transmitted to be fulfilled. And they're going to go fulfill it. And then once they fulfill it, guess what? They upload the tracking number, which is automatically fulfilled onto your store. So you don't have to worry about any of that. All you have to worry about is the marketing side of things, which is spectacular. Festus, so how do you target the right audience? Great question, and a great segue to lead us out, because tomorrow that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. Tomorrow I'm going to be chatting about audiences, cold audiences, targeting, creating your audiences that go from cold to warm to hot, and then targeting the right audience right up front. And I'm going to share a couple different documents with you tomorrow about, one, the audiences that you can create based on their engagement with your ad and your page, your Facebook page and your videos and your website and all sorts of those things, but also how to start off with targeting cold audiences based on their interests. So that is what we're going to chat about tomorrow. So great question at a very apt time, Festus. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so be sure to tune in tomorrow, because when you learn more about audiences, it'll save you money long term on your ad spend.
Yeah, 100%. One of the real key takeaways with Facebook marketing, Google marketing, YouTube is the power of audiences, understanding audiences. I can't stress that enough. Once you understand it, the light bulb will go off in your mind, and then you'll start to really wrap your head around the power with these platforms and how nothing like this has existed in human history up until, in direct marketing up until now. So really, really cool stuff. And tomorrow we're going to go over that with our Facebook ads day number 2. And then on Saturday, we're going to chat Google and YouTube, and then day 7 and day 8, we're going to do Q&A and answer any questions that you guys have out there about anything that we've covered throughout this week. I want to make sure that if you have any questions whatsoever, that we are here to answer them for you. I don't want you to be shy. If you have any questions in the back of your mind, just go ahead and drop a comment and let us know. And let me just zoom out real quick so everybody knows kind of where we are in our roadmap. Once again, we are in the saturation phase, stage 3, and we are in step number 1 of stage 3 in our $10,000 per month profit for Shopify store roadmap to success. So tomorrow we're going to continue in this step and talk about Facebook ads number 2 and Facebook audiences and the power therein. And if anybody out there would like to or has interested in working more closely with us in our mastery program, we are going live on March 15th officially with our mastery program, where we are taking a group of students working each day in a one-on-one group setting and going through all of our steps together with accountability and with coaching to make sure that you stay focused, to make sure that you find your Michael Jordan product, to make sure that you're creating ads and audiences that convert and result in sales and profit. So that is, if you're interested in our mastery program, just drop a comment and we'll be happy to share. And I'll be sharing a link to book a call with us, because we are going live on March 15th, and we have founders members pricing right now up until the close of this group and up until March 15th when we open. So very important. I want everybody here to take advantage of that while the founders members pricing is available, because when we actually go live after, it's going to double. So I will share the link for that to hop on a call and see if it's a good fit for you. In fact, I'll just share right here what is the master's program, because yesterday we had some questions regarding that. And really, it's about $10,000 per month in 90 days without selling the same thing as everyone else. Everything we've been covering here, with help and support from those who have been there, not only on the high side, but on the low side, overwhelmed and confused and starting out where do I go? How do I really scale this thing? And also, I'm subject to shiny object syndrome all the time. Well, I've got one thing going, and then, oh, let me look over here. I've got another thing. We want to keep you focused with one-on-one daily training, Zoom-focused masterclasses, getting your store completely dialed in, logging into your store, going over, making sure it's ready, really nailing your Facebook ads and marketing and videos, nailing your Google ads and marketing videos, nailing your YouTube ads and marketing with full accountability and support. Soup to nuts, everything that we're covering in our roadmap session. So just want to let you know what our master's program is. And it looks like, yes, it looks like someone is interested. And so we'll reach out. I can't see your name on my end, but I think Christina probably can.
Yeah, I see it.
So we'll definitely drop a link, and then we'll hop on a Zoom, and, not a high pressure sales thing or anything. It's just, if you're a fit with us and we're a fit with you, then we'll take the next steps, and then we'll get ready for our launch on March 15th. So good deal. Let's we'll shut it down for now for today, and then look forward to tomorrow for Facebook audiences, targeting the right audience, so who is your target audience, and then scaling out those audiences and creating additional buckets of cold, warm, hot audiences, and really getting an understanding in that. So looking forward to tomorrow with our Facebook ads day number 2, guys. And I think I'll leave you with the last word, Christina. I had a really fun time today. Hopefully there was value shared out there today. And then look in the group, because I'm going to be sharing the links for everything that we shared today.
Yes, and just to note, everybody, I want to help hold you accountable too. If you haven't gone through day 1 and sharing your bigger why, please do that. It would help share with us kind of your mission and where you're going. Okay. It also helps connect with other people in the group too. Okay. Be sure today, look at the slides, look at our checklist, look at the training we're sharing with you, because it's only available for a limited time. Okay. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Facebook Ads Day 2. And we hope we shared taking some of the guesswork out of all of this for you. Okay, just remember following the roadmap, following the steps, so you keep moving forward. Get your Michael Jordan product. Okay, we'll say bye for now, and we'll connect with a few of you. I just want to say shout out to thank you, Andre, for just saying thank you for today. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow, same time.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Everybody be well, stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. Bye for now.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Michael.